the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has given conditions for accepting the public apology tendered to him by his deputy, Philip Shaibu. The governor, who just returned from his vacation, said he has no business with his deputy until he proves absolute loyalty to him.
Governor Obaseki stated that for him to forgive his deputy, the latter must publicly withdraw from the governorship race, and if the deputy dares to participate in the forthcoming primaries of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), his security vote will be stopped and he'll be excluded from all government activities, including meetings of the Edo State Executive Council. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission has fixed September 21st, 2024 for the Edo State governorship elections. Let's now bring in Andrew Emwanta. He is a constitutional lawyer and is a former commissioner for communication and orientation, Edo State. Good morning, Mr. Emwanta. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, good morning. It's a pleasure to be on the morning show this morning, and good morning to our viewers.
Great. So let's get into the conversation this morning. Governor Obaseki has given conditions by which he would forgive his deputy, Philip Shaibu, stating that for the latter to be forgiven, he must withdraw from the race, or he must withdraw his intention to run for office in the September 21st, 2024 elections. Would you say that these are fair grounds, and you think that these are grounds that the deputy governor of Edo State might concede to? Do we have you there, Mr. Emwanta?
Yeah. Thank you for that question. Yes, I'm with you. Thank you for that question. I think, the governor wants to play God in the politics of our state, and we have a very long history on that. I remember many years ago, I think that was before Oshomole became governor, there was a group that was formed called Grace Group, which of course later transmuted into what we now call the APC. It was a group within the PDP that pulled out with other progressives that gave birth to the then AC, and brings to mind what is now playing out in the country. Funny enough, in 2020, it was Obaseki that complained that Adams Oshomole was playing Godfather and had the intention of preventing him from participating in the then APC primaries. And of course, it came to a head when he was quote and unquote disqualified. He left the party and joined the PDP to get his ticket. After that election, a video just came out where the governor said he was against Godfatherism. He spoke against it, and that it was a threat to democracy, and that God forbids that one day he becomes a godfather, and that he should be dealt with if he becomes a godfather. Fast forward, is Obaseki not behaving like a godfather? Because when that news came out, and was surprised that he went with State Executive Council in Lagos on Monday, which of course his media aides are Muslim holiday. They could not ESCOs on Wednesday, but they now decided that in the interim they should have ESCO in Lagos. But all those are stories. The idea was to prevent Shaibu from attending the meeting of the Edo State Executive Council. He appointed commissioners. For over close to 1 month now, they've not had ESCO. The only way to exclude this deputy was to hold a meeting in Lagos, take decisions. The deputy governor is a member of the Edo State Executive Council. He was not invited for that meeting. And that is a threat the governor has made. Until you will withdraw from the race, you will not attend any meeting of the Edo State Executive Council. They pushed him out of his office. All the assignments he used to handle, health, sports. This was a man that took better insurance to the Confederation Cup. They had to go to Morocco to play a match this week. Before now, when they have local matches, the deputy governor ensures that they fly. But I heard that the better insurance players are going by bus to Ghana to catch a plane to Morocco. I mean, Edo State is not having the best of times. A situation where a governor tells his deputy that until you withdraw from the race, I will not forgive you. I mean, he's trying to play God, and Edo people are watching. INEC just released their timetable for the elections, and of course, the race has begun. So it is Edo people that will decide, not a godfather, not Obaseki, because he has told us that if he becomes a godfather, we should deal with him, and he should be ready to face the wrath of Edo people, since he now wants to impose a candidate. Because we are aware, as we have it in all media platforms, that he took his commissioners and members of his government, he relocated the Edo state government to Lagos. This was a man that said Edo not be Lagos, but now Edo is now Lagos. He now runs the state from his abode, which is Lagos. And his own preferred candidate, Mr. Aswe Godalo, was endorsed this week by the governor. Is that not godfatherism? So what we are having in Edo is a replay of what happened in 2020, and Edo people already belong to the people of Edo State. Edo people should be allowed to choose who is the next governor of Edo State. And the political parties, it is even a clarion call for them to ensure that their party primaries are not just transparent, but seem to be transparent.
Well, let's also talk about Philip Shaibu now, the deputy governor. Has there been any friction that has led to where we are today, coming from the past? Is it simply just because Philip Shaibu is, planning to contest, for the seat of governor in 2024? Or, are there things that maybe have also led to their friction? Because it's not strange to see a governor support his deputy, but there must be a reason Obaseki has chosen to not support Philip Shaibu's ambition to be governor. Do you have any information on that?
I think if I heard you correctly, I think you are trying to know the source of this rift, if it is the aspiration of his deputy.
Yes.
The governor, as the godfather now within the PDP, want to decide who becomes his successor. And mind you, there's a particular individual who he has already anointed. His name is Aswe Godalo. There's this clamor that power should shift to Edo Central. But the governor has not just allowed power to shift by choosing Aswe, but the governor on his own has zoned the governorship of the state for individual, his friend, and business partner. All the Edo state government's accounts are run by Sterling Bank, where Aswe is chairman. All the activities of government are in the hands of consultants. And we are aware that Osarogie is one of those platforms that aides have said is a limited activities of government. So the government wants to see. So it's a case of, I have an anointed candidate. So Mr. Deputy Governor, is either you withdraw from the race or you face my wrath. And that is what we are seeing, a situation where a deputy governor has been evicted.
All right. We're struggling with the connection with you, Mr. Emwanta, this morning. It's, we're hearing you in bits and pieces, but I think, we've made sense from a lot of the things that you're saying. But, I'm sure, that the people of Edo State are also going to be asking, yes, no to godfatherism. Edo not be Lagos. There's many of the things that have been said in the past, and Edo, indigents will not also be in support of any form of godfatherism, I believe. But they would also question, the genuineness of Philip Shaibu and, his run for governor. I don't know if you can hear us, but they would also question, his run for governor and, of course, the reasons behind his own, or his intentions, basically. Because, what really has his governorship and his time with Governor Obaseki achieved for Edo State in the, going to be 8 years that they've been in office? Are these questions that people of Edo State need to be asking to maybe, derail Philip Shaibu from even attempting to be governor? Oh, well, still having issues with the network, or with the connection. Mr. Emwanta, can you hear us? Yeah, we have, very, very terrible connection this morning. Very terrible. But of course, these are some of the things. Yes, it looks very much like it's, godfatherism playing out here, but it's not new in Nigerian politics. It has seemingly always been there, right from the Lucky Igbenedion era, further down to Osumbo, Adams Oshomole. He also, of course, was fought by Obaseki, because he was also trying to impose his own candidate on Edo State. That's what it seemed like. Mr. Emwanta, can you hear us better now? Mr. Emwanta, can you hear us? Good morning. All right.
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, we may have to, do that conversation, take that conversation another time. But basically, painting the picture of what may be playing out here, where Godwin Obaseki, of course, is like Andrew what I have said, is trying to also impose his candidate. But there's also the conversation on zoning, where there had been an arrangement that the governorship will move to Edo Central next in 2024. Philip Shaibu is from Edo North, and so. The big question is, why then is he still attempting to run for office? If the Edo State people and the governorship arrangement in Edo State has said that it will move to Edo Central, that's a good question. And I was asking earlier, off camera, what will, because, we shouldn't belittle the conversation on governance itself. And so what will Godwin Obaseki and Philip Shaibu as a team say that they have achieved for Edo State in the last 8 years? For me, that really is the most important question. Regardless of their individual power tussles and whatever issues that they have amongst themselves, what can they boast of? What is the improved quality of life that they've been able to achieve for the people of Edo State?
Well, we hope that
what is the improved human development index?
Yeah, we hope that the people of Edo State can be able to come out and answer that and see for themselves, use these questions that you've asked as a yardstick for determining who they will throw their weight behind in 2024.
Yes,
right?
I'm just stating that because I don't want it to be taken out of the conversation, because for me that's the most important thing. Philip Shaibu himself has been in office for the last 8 years. What will he say that his government has achieved? If they've been fighting for the last 2 years, it means that they've let their individual aspirations and they've let that to supersede the issues of governance, healthcare, education, infrastructure, security.
And the annoying thing is that for the next 1 year, the election timetable has come out, September 21st, 2024. And that's like 1 year from now.
Yes.
What would then happen if we're not careful is that governance will be thrown away. We've been saying it's at the back seat. It will be thrown away, and what will happen will be politicking for the next 1 year. All the ongoing drama would keep escalating and different layers will be unfolding. Another aspect of the drama that we might see, I don't know how this will turn out, would be, of course, we have talked about how Olumide Akpata announced his intention to run for office and, of course, has resigned from being a partner at Templars. Aswa Ighodalo is used to be a partner at Ogbonmwan Ighodalo. They're both lawyers. Olumide Akpata has very great influence, not just in Edo State, amongst the NBA, amongst lawyers. And, some people wonder if coming out under the Labour Party was a very good move for someone who's just coming out for the first time, being a quote-unquote greenhorn, and if that would be a great platform. I wonder, what will happen of these two fantastic lawyers who will be jostling for the position of the governor of Edo State. Even though Obaseki has thrown his weight behind Aswa Ighodalo, wonder if this, grants him the influence that he might need to be able to break through the people of Edo State. Like Osarogie said, time will tell.